Okay, we're gonna have a house tour today. Let's see what Tina has got for us.
Who's that?
Hi, babe.
Come
Hi,
in.
Spidey. Let's go. Let's go. Say hello to the camera.
You
Hi,
come
buddy.
in? You protected us from Daddy.
Let's go.
Come. Hi, welcome to our home. I don't always wear this much makeup or carry a clipboard full of paint samples, but I'm gonna do a house tour for you using just that. So this first color that you're seeing is Black Fox. I love this color. It only took 10 years to find out how much we like it. It's really beautiful and it almost looks like black, but it's not. It's actually brown, and it is our first swatch, Black Fox, and it's by Sherwin-Williams. I'll link all the colors below. So on your right hand side, this used to be a guy's den. We actually have 3 man caves that I'm not going to show you. I'll do a separate man cave video, but this used to be a man cave. There used to be a hookah, and the ceiling is Turkish Coffee. That's Sherwin-Williams as well. The moldings, I believe, are Swiss Coffee. And the walls are Celery. So if you take a look at our house, you'll notice that we have a lot of things in pairs, but I've separated them. So as we go through the tour, it'll be like, oh, I saw that couch before. Where did I see it before? So this is our first one. This is a Craigslist find because after 15 years together and a whole lot of kids destroying our furniture, we got smart and started buying secondhand. So this is a really beautiful sofa. It's bought in a fancy store called Gorman's, and I love the color. It looks like Black Fox, but I don't know if it really is. Well, here's a paint swatch. Let's see. Can you see the swatch? Almost. So it's velvet. I love velvet sofas, but I love this because my new minimalist lifestyle and philosophies is having everything in two-tone. So this is why I like the sofa so much, because this cream and the dark chocolate looks really nice together. So this is where I actually write in the summer, because it's the coolest part of the house because it faces north. In the winter, it's absolutely freezing because I closed all the vents. And so I don't like to write in here, it's too cold. There are a lot of beautiful paintings. These are all my husband's collection, and guests love it. We tend not to notice it. It happens when you have like lots of paintings. It just kind of gets drowned out. But when you actually stop and look at them, they're really beautiful. They represent ancient India and royalty, and you'll see rose gardens, and it's just one big party. This is supposed to be our dining room, but it's actually Doggy daycare. Our lab is not that big. You've seen him. He's an American lab mixed with something, we're not really sure. He's not really that big, but this is his castle, so if we're being too loud and obnoxious and laughing and the TV's too loud, he can't handle it, so he goes in here. We don't lock the crate anymore, but I purposely keep the gate open so he doesn't go next to our china cabinet, which isn't really a china cabinet. It houses all our stemware. This color right here is called Wall Street, and I love how it changes. So here is just daylight, and here is under the chandelier. So this room upsets my friend Jan a lot because she really wants me to have a dining table, but we don't do formal entertaining ever. And so what I do is I move the desk there and line it up with the farm table in the kitchen, and that way I can entertain probably 10 or 12 guests. We have a double height foyer, and it took a long time to figure out what do we do with this, because if you mess it up, that's a lot of real estate that you've messed up. So this is painted, I believe, in designer white or Swiss coffee. There are 2 or 3 kinds of white in our house, and the work is done by our fabulous painter, and I think his name is...
Eridon.
What is it?
Eridon.
Eridon. Monstera plant, it's followed me all the way from the days that I was single to now. I don't believe in having a lot of artwork, so this is like one of the few things that I've designed. It is our pit bull's paw print, who's no longer with us, a sand dollar, and the Mexican Mayan calendar is from our honeymoon in 2012, which is the year the Earth was supposed to end.
And we're still here.
And we're still here. All right, so this color that you're seeing right here, this is sea salt, and right now I purposely filmed in the daytime because it looks gorgeous at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because it looks like a moody Cape Cod bluish green North Atlantic color that I was going for, and I was pretty devastated because after we painted it looked more like baby boy's nursery blue, but right now it looks really gorgeous. This is my husband's prized possession. I once caught a child ask if they could hide in here, and I said, no, don't do that, you'll make us cry. So this is his prized possession, and it's in the perfect place until he married me, and we adopted a pit bull and a lab, and the 2 of them like to race each other down the stairs and throw their toys down the stairs, and we realized this is the most dangerous place for this clock to be, but this is how you learn, experience. This is our powder room. I love this color. It's called Afternoon, and the house this way faces east, but it always looks like the light's on. Here's a hack of adulthood. If you don't want your house to look as disgusting as it normally would, just invest in ecru or cream colored sinks and toilets. For some reason, our house does not look that disgusting, even though we don't clean every single day, all waking hours. Love the painting. Someday I'm gonna look like her. I love that she's got orange sunglasses and it says Visit Capri, and sometimes I actually pretend that I am her, and I am in Capri. And finally, these drapes right here, this is the work of my mom. She is an awesome seamstress, and that is our very tiny powder room. The name of this color is called Afternoon by Sherwin-Williams. One of the things I want to show you is the difference between workspaces and rest spaces. So the front of the house is our rest space. Like, even the dog thinks that the dining room is his time out. I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want anyone petting me. So that's where he takes his time out. My husband likes to take private phone calls in the sitting room because it just feels like it just revs down. I'm not going to do the office. I'm going to do the other rest spaces, and then we'll finish off with workspaces. The name of this color is called Flax, and it's by Eddie Bauer Home, and it's part of the American Farmhouse collection, and it's by Valspar. So this guest bedroom is actually where guests sleep, specifically Caitlin. So Caitlin stays with Spot because he's old and he can't go to the kennel anymore, and I hope she likes this room. It is the only room that's hypoallergenic. So remember this chair, and remember the crate and barrel light behind you, because I have to tell you something about that. So this is a guest bedroom. When we first got married in 2008, the economy tanked and people were just fleeing. They were fleeing their homes, they were fleeing their, people lost their jobs, people were moving out of the state, and we got a ton of hand-me-down, secondhand, just treasures. So right behind you are some IKEA mirrors, and they say for feng shui to have things in pairs. And this room is very Asian inspired. I like it very clean and very zen. I'll turn off the light. So you can see this is, I believe this bed is by Crate and Barrel that we bought from Craigslist. I also like things that are nautical because I'm always homesick for the ocean. That slipper chair right there is by Ethan Allen. I didn't like it at first. I asked my husband, why did you get a white chair? Best decision ever. So the next place of rest is my parents' room. This room has not been painted. We call this the Van Gogh room because before I married my husband, this house was home to exchange students from Germany, and one of the boys left a Van Gogh painting. So I just took the color scheme from Starry Night. So what I want to do for this room is turn it into a black and white Swedish minimalistic room. Now the hard part is this is my parents' room, and I don't think people in their 70s appreciate sleeping in black bedrooms. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. So this has never been painted because frankly I can't decide. The dresser is from Ethan Allen, and I think I might have told you this. We started minimalizing. I started minimizing my clothes so much that this dresser, which was by our bed, had to go because it was empty. So I just gave it to my parents, and now it houses their clothes. Same with the mirror. The lamps are from IKEA, and the curtains are Vinay's custom sewn drapes from India. So this is what I call our Barcelona bathroom because the shower curtain, it looks like mosaic tiles, and before getting married we went to Barcelona. So this is our guest bathroom, and if we had kids this would be their bathroom. It's pretty basic and never has been painted, and frankly I don't think I will. Never use it, but guests use it when they come over. I just want to show you one thing. My hair is short right now, but it won't be. But this is a really cool thing I got from the Container Store to hang up your hair dryer. Because if you go to hotels, they always put the hair dryer in a cloth bag. I never understand why. This is easy for guests to pick up. So that is the end of all the rest areas. Time to see the work areas. We've converted one of the bedrooms into my office. This actually would be a craft room, but because I'm giving up crafting with all the other hobbies I've picked up, I hardly use any of the crafts in here. But this is how I store my tripod and my lights for, you know, filming. I store that in here. And this is like my yarn because I knit and crochet, or at least I used to. So I actually got this secondhand. It actually belongs in a store, and this is how I organize all my crafts. So this will probably be minimized as well, simply because as you get older your tastes change. So sometimes it's easy to knit, and most times it's really hard to find the time. But I keep things in here like my you know, all my needles, and my mom sews a lot, so I keep her ribbons and bobbins and things like that. One hobby I didn't get into, thank God, is scrapbooking, but I did get into everything else though. So alright, okay, so I actually told my husband I'm not unpacking when we got married till we paint this room because I really wanted my own office. So this color is called Afternoon. It's the same color that you saw in the powder room, and he did these picture moldings, and it basically represents the three parts of our lives, like marriage. This is the Pillar and the Post Hotel. This is where we got married in Niagara-on-the-Lake. There's Niagara Falls. There's friends and family. And there are my degrees, which I don't want you to see. So I always try to keep in mind that even though we chose to be kid-free, when the house goes up for sale in the distant future, this will be a child's room. So I created this wall right here, and it would be a library for a small child. But for me, it keeps all my oil paintings, which are half completed. The IKEA bookshelf is the Billy bookshelf. That is the final step of minimalism because that houses every single photo album we've made. So when that gets digitalized, you know I'm officially a minimalist. This is my desk, another garage sale find. I think we bought it for like 40 bucks, and it's like vintage, like Mad Men. I kid you not. Like there's like an area to to write, and there's a filing cabinet. So this is where I now do a lot of writing. So behind you is a painting. This is from Australia. I have a cousin named Valentino, and as a teenager he had a fascination for dragons, and this wall is functional gray. So in keeping on with the theme of workrooms versus restrooms, this is one of the two areas where we spend a lot of time, and it has both because it's massive. This is our master bedroom. This is where we sleep. The name of this color, I believe, is called Stony Path, and it's by Valspar. So I was devastated after the whole sea salt debacle that I really wanted to get that watery blue Cape Cod North Atlantic stormy color right, and I think I did, and that's this color. I think this color is so good that even our painter asked, like, who helped you pick this color out, because he knows our house so well. It's got this vaulted ceiling, which is nice, and that's why we couldn't paint this room ourselves, because there's no way I could reach. So that's the rest area, and then this is the work area. So I actually have a foam roller, and I do yoga here. And remember I asked you about keeping an eye on furniture? So the sister of this is in our guest bedroom, and this is an Ethan Allen slipper chair. And this ottoman, keep your eye open for it, because this was 10 bucks at a estate sale. I'm not a fan of gallery walls. I don't like displaying personal pictures, and I believe in private versus public spaces. So this is obviously a private space, and you will see here is my only gallery wall. So this says when you love what you have everything you need, and I try to keep that in mind. The two paintings are from, I believe it's the Whitney Museum in New York, and I got those when we had a girls' weekend. That's Georgia O'Keeffe, and these are our two dogs. My dad, I probably told you this before in my jewelry decluttering video. My dad made this for me. It's actually a, jewelry organizer. And this has been downsized. This was crazy before, but this has been downsized a lot and edited a lot. And this is the result. Lamp is from IKEA. I love this lamp actually. Most bathrooms should be spa-like, not ours. This is where work gets done. So if you come in, you're gonna see that there's a spa. We never use it. We hardly ever use the whirlpool tub unless we injure ourselves. So that happens. I'm a big believer in using things for a different function than it's actually meant to. So that is a wine rack that I use to hold face towels. And I'm a big believer in having systems. So that system right there is for my foot care because I'm a diabetic. This is what I mean by work. So this is the Rowenta steamer. I got this for my wedding. Still works perfect. Highly recommend it. We have Jack and Jill sinks. I'm going to turn on the lights, but never use it. I purposely close one because this is where I put on earrings, and I don't want the disaster of losing pieces. Learn the hard way. So we have his and her toiletries. So those are his. These are mine. And this is all our drawers and cupboards, and they're actually almost 50% empty. And finally, the place of the most work in our house is the family room. I was saying about workspaces and rest spaces. Well, when a space is really big, like our master bedroom and our family room, they actually have to serve the function of two. This is our living room. This is Spot.
Hi, Spotty.
Spot, are you vintage? Yeah. So this color is Cotton Whisper. Highly recommend it. It works great in a traditional colonial home, and it works great in a modern home. This is the room where we learned the most about how to decorate, because there's a lot of high end and low end. So the high end would be the Ethan Allen entertainment unit. It's actually really great, and I have no desire to minimalize it because it holds everything, CDs, all that good stuff. The TV is Panasonic. I love it because it looks vintage, and I remember showing you the sister lamp upstairs, and here's the other sister right there. I love that cute little house. That's from Target. We have these wingback chairs. So our house is really great for entertaining, and at full capacity it sleeps 14, and we learned this through the Detroit Auto Show. But the reason why I believe our house is good for entertaining is there's places for people to escape each other who don't get along. For instance, these are wingback chairs, so if you don't want to talk to somebody, don't. You just sit here, and the wings keep you from having to talk to people you don't like. I will do a whole separate how to decorate for the holidays if you're a minimalist, but this is our decorations for this year. Wingback chairs from Ethan Allen, the sofas from Ethan Allen, and we had the unfortunate incident of our dogs attacking the sofa, so it had to be reupholstered, and the fabric is from Robert Allen, and it's that burnt orange that I love. The reason why I'm a big believer in buying furniture secondhand is because people just don't make good quality furniture anymore. For instance, this coffee table is $70 from Craigslist. They don't make coffee tables like this anymore. And that ottoman, you saw the sister ottoman upstairs in our bedroom. I just use it as a footstool down here. This awesome color is, I believe, Sagaro. That's how it's pronounced. And it's just a really nice deep olive, and I think greens are great for kitchens. The other hard-working space is the laundry room. So what we did is we took the leftover of the Sagaro olive color and we just painted our mudroom. So if you look, it's not pretty, but it does the job because this is a working room. So we have our Dyson. Everybody needs their Dyson. That's being held there. We have dog food. Don't worry, he's not gonna go hungry. I did groceries, and Vinay keeps his biking shoes there. So more dog stuff, leashes, and this I really like. Highly recommend it. This is from IKEA, and so the first drawer is for hats, the second drawer is for gloves, third one's for baseball hats, and the last one is our rags for cleaning, and we have an empty basket. How do you like them apples? This is our mudroom, and I like that we carried the olive into this area. And that concludes our home tour in the daylight. Stay tuned because I want to show you what the house looks like at night, because this is a rookie mistake. You look at paint chips in the daytime and then look what happened to us. We have a baby blue foyer. So stay tuned.